Hello, everyone. It's Tuesday.
Are we really late? I doubt it.
No, we're not late. We're never late. We're always on time. On MF.
Yeah, you always miss the parts where we just shit talk each other a few minutes before stream. That's our show prep.
Right. So we're here early. All right, let's turn this shit off.
Hey, don't call it shit. That's a good song.
What are you drinking tonight?
Just a Cherry Coke Zero.
Oh, you're not drinking any
No
alcohol. I might go get a little twisted tea here in a second.
What's up, drinking? It's usually like weekends.
Yeah, drinking is not a good thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to cut down, be less of a fat fuck.
Oh, it says it's still unlisted? Hold on.
Oh, yeah, it is. I'll change that.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Don't mess with it.
All right. My hands are off.
Oh, we missed the intro. Why would it say unlisted when I went live? Oh, yeah, I guess I do.
Well, I mean, the problem is sometimes like it does that randomly, like, oh, it's unlisted, and it won't actually list. And then once you put it on listing, you'll get more people. So they're like, wait, we only have 33 people. That's no way.
No, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Now it's public.
Uh-oh. Did I get a notification on my old phone? Mega clickbaits. No, not yet.
Now it's public.
YouTube is weird, though. Sometimes like it'll mention it, sometimes it won't.
Yeah, it's public now. Everyone refresh your browsers. It's a dumpster fire, everybody. Tuesday night. Look here. I've been remodeling my office. Now, here, I'll give everyone a little quick tour.
You're doing the Whalers reverse retro jersey in the background, huh?
Now the models are gone. I had to clear out the little building studio. That door is I'm gonna throw that door in the trash. I got a solid wood door, so all the foam is gone. This green screen's gonna get, so I have to, and then here's the drywall and the studs. So I got good advice to double up the drywall, but you put the 1x3s on first, and then it creates like an air pocket and keeps it from fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
So there. Anyways, what an interesting week in the sports. We had
lots of
we
drama.
haven't even. Yeah, Carson Wentz got traded. That seems like an eon ago, right?
It felt like an age ago, even though it was kind of half expected.
Oh, we knew it was going to happen. It was very precedented that Carson Wentz would end up in Indy with his old butt buddy Frank Reich, his fellow God warrior. I think they work well together. I've always said, dude, Wentz can play.
He can. I think it's just broken. He needs repaired.
Yeah, Doug Peterson broke him, and then Howie Roseman finished the job.
Yep.
And then he didn't want to sit behind Jalen Hurts, who he thinks he's better than. But there's also parts of Carson Wentz's game that are terrible. Like he holds onto the ball too long. He tries to make play. He never takes a loss when he should, and he played himself out of Philly, and he is now in Indianapolis Colts. Who won that trade, in your opinion?
Honestly, I need a season or two of play to really get a winner on that idea. My voice is a little hoarse. I was just doing vocals a little bit ago. So
yeah,
if anyone explains to me, well, that part comes later. That's the soothing. It helps to heal the throat. All the the stuff.
All the cocksucking.
Don't judge me for my actions, goddammit.
Okay. And we're demonetized. That's a record. 5 minutes in, we're demonetized.
Philly, they didn't really get much for him. I was going to laugh if Chicago did that trade with like a first Tariq Cohen and Nick Foles. I feel like nobody would have been happy with that trade.
No, and they would have ended up with Foles back. Like, come on.
Well, there would have been controversy again. It's like, oh boy, we get Nick Foles back.
Nah, Nick Foles has proved that he's only a short run guy. Like, he's not going to be the guy.
But he's the legend of Philly. Big Dick Nick.
Mm-hmm. What else? So Russell Wilson allegedly is on the block for 3 number ones.
Well, he's tired of running for his goddamn life. I don't blame him for it.
It's just weird.
And also another thing on that Philly Eagles trade, they're eating $30 million in dead cap.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that.
Poverty.
Yeah, poorness. I did a whole video on that, and they're starting to cut. I knew the other thing was to cut talent. So Deshaun Jackson is gone.
Deshaun,
Alshon Jeffrey, who has
Alshon has fallen off.
Yeah, neither guys have found the field. So that was 2 easy cuts. That frees up about, I think, $30 million. But you're paying Fletcher Cox for a while. Javon Hargrave is getting paid, and Darius Slay, who's at the beginning of his contract, is making $20 million.
You can't cut Darius. You can't cut Hargrave.
Yeah,
Fletcher Cox, one of your best players, so there's no way you cut him.
Yeah, there's about $15 million that they got to get rid of. But
I'm guessing probably they'll find a way. I mean, Lane Johnson, maybe. Yeah. No way that Nigel Bradham. Like those are the only ones I can. Oh, is Bradham gone? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Someone in the chat correct us. And then so Wilson's on the block for 3 number ones. His price. Who would you rather trade? Who's worth more number ones? Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson?
I'd say Deshaun because of the age. Russell Wilson's what? 32, 33?
Yeah, but he's so good.
He is, but he's again,
really good.
You've got about probably 5 years of peak Russell Wilson.
Do you think Russell Wilson can pull the Tom Brady and just come to a franchise and go right to a Super Bowl?
Maybe. It depends on the personnel that's around him. Like if you have a team that needs a quarterback, that could work out. I mean, if it gets you a ring, that's worth trading 3 first-round picks for. That's the only way that's worth it.
Well, the ring is worth anything, right? Like most people would give up their right nut for another Super Bowl ring.
Oh yeah, Mike Vrabel will castrate himself for it.
Dude, he'd cut off his dick.
He'd become a member of the Unsullied.
Yes, he'd be a eunuch. Mm-hmm. All right, and then what else is the story? So Tiger Woods was in an accident today.
Seems like he's having massive leg injuries, but his life's fortunately okay.
Single car accident at 7 a.m.
Yeah, I'm guessing it probably could have been just like an accident of just misjudging the road.
It's possible, but what's he doing driving at 7 a.m.?
Probably golfing. That's the only thing I can think of right now. Bars are closed.
At 7 a.m. for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Tiger's up to, but
it depends on the type of Tiger. Because if we're talking Tiger like 10, 15 years ago, we're talking one-nighters at a motel with a Chili's waitress.
It's possible he's not.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man.
He likes him some. Yeah, he likes him some blondes. That Tiger Woods, and who knows? Hopefully, I'm praying. Luckily it wasn't fatal, but he's gonna miss a lot of time.
Well, he might miss the season. I mean, if it's like a big leg injury.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna play the Masters for sure.
Oh no, not at all.
I don't think so. Who won the Australian Open? Was that?
Not sure.
Did Djokovic or Medvedev win it?
Take a look.
Australian Open.
Djokovic beat Daniil Medvedev.
Oh, nice. Medvedev was making it.
Women's is Naomi Osaka.
Yes, she's a grown woman. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or a grown female, I guess. In 2021, we say female. That's what. It's female, everyone. You can't say woman.
No, you have to put like a fancy umlaut on it, like famale.
Famale. This must be Italian, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I gotta get.
It's empowering. It has umlauts and shit on it.
Umlauts.
Always talking about the umlauts, dear God. While we do that, let's get to a couple super chats by Bailey Leisure for $2. Hey, 2021, let's chill out on the sports world. No, not at all, man. It's 2020 plus one. It's the expansion of 2020. You know this. And another Bailey Leisure update. I'm a lot better from last week's surgery, and I'm off the dumpster fire injury report. By the way, Devin Booker should be an all-star. Definitely, man. I'm glad you're feeling better, Bailey.
Yeah,
cheers to Bailey for not being on IR. No worries, man. Oh, my God, and we got a hundo.
Oh, my gosh. What are you doing here?
God damn.
God damn it! He must be mining that crypto.
Yeah, well, crypto, solar power, like he's becoming an independent man. He's no longer a slave to the machine.
He's not. He's not. Sorry, I'm eating a
No.
gummy.
Yeah, it's what it is. Is it a drug gummy, like a weed
It's not
gummy?
a drug gummy. It's non-psychoactive.
Oh, it's one of those dick gummies you got from last year.
No, it's a CBD gummy. Helps with the anxiety. Where the hell is?
Well, let's relax. I got it. I'll read it for you. EA 2K7. This is the power of America's stunks. We'll be preparing for extra stupidity between now and the draft. God only knows what pace is cooking. I will stand back and enjoy the communist Packers enter the 1980s with spending to cut in an economy on the verge of crash. Ha! Ha! I had to put some emphasis on it.
Sorry, I'm doing something. I'm sorry. I'm sending EA
You're sending dick pics. I completely understand, man. I'm gonna do your thing. While you do that, let's do a Dodger of Zion tweet. Won't be able to pop in tonight nursing 2 rolled ankles. Oof. Let's hope it's not ice or like something like that, because like those suck. You're gonna be hurting for a day or two, especially being sore. Ouch. See y'all Thursday night, though. We did want to mention we're doing a MLB Tarot for Thursday. Apparently, the Pirates might get the tower again. I think that's at 7 o'clock on Dodgers Twitch channel. Just giving you a heads up.
Yes, we are. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
I was doing something. Which super chat are you?
No, I'm on El Chris. Hey guys, what's your favorite hockey tradition? Mine is the Rats. Baseball soon, sadly, no Baldy and Yenzer in spring training. That might be for the best.
That makes me sad.
It does too. I mean, they're going to allow fans in attendance, but yeah, there's not going to be a time like what we did last year. It's almost been a year already.
Fellas?
Well, we're hanging in there, man.
We're reminiscing on Florida, dude. The Marlins Instagram story was all stories from there, and just it's different when you recognize all the fields and the facilities and the clubhouse and how the layout is. It's just it hits different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wish we were there.
On there.
Yeah, I know. It's sad, but yeah, thank you for the wonderful donation, by the way. What do you think about Nicky Foles going to the Indianapolis Colts, and what do the Bears do from here on out? Because they seem to be whiffing on all these quarterback shuffles. Are they going to stick with
Mitch Trubisky for the hell of it? I'll laugh hysterically.
Well, that's not out of the question, to be sure. But I will say that there's not really I don't think there's too much of an onus for the Bears to run out and sign somebody. I think that the better action for the Bears to do is to check out as far as once these big names go off the board, which they're starting to now. Where do we look? How do we look at line? What's our plan for pick 20? We're obviously not in a win now situation. We got way too many pieces to think about before it's like, oh, we're just going to insert a quarterback and ta-da, the Bears are magical. That's not how it's working so far. We've got a brand new DC. We've got brand new, potentially new tackles next year because the logic says cut Massey. Potential on tagging A-Rob. It's potential tag and trade too. Nobody really knows at this point. And the Bears are keeping it just very close to the chest, and that's probably for the best.
Bears have always kept everything close to the chest. But don't mind me. I'm just putting on the Pens game. I just realized they're playing right now.
Oh, yeah.
The Rangers aggravate me today.
The Rangers will be playing at some point without probably Artemi Panarin, who
that just
apparently has been alleged to attack an 18-year-old girl 10 years ago by a pro-Putin news outlet.
His former
even
coach.
if it's true, right? Even if it's true, like how do you know what
comes out of nowhere? And he did it right
Right.
after he criticized the Putin administration. He's
And
backing
if
his opponent.
If Panarin was a piece of shit like that, he would have slipped up again by now. 10 years later, come on. Just Panarin is not that person, unless they've got him on videotape, I'm not buying any of that bullshit.
Well,
And
it is Russia, though. You have to consider that maybe they might have a plant that looks like Artemi Panarin just beating up a random woman, and they'll date it 2011.
yeah. It's scary.
The
It's
coach
scary.
that outed him for this, like, is apparently like really unstable. His name's Andrei Nazarov. He was like a grinder at the NHL level for a bit. But like he was the coach that was under him. And he hasn't coached in a hot minute, I think. But I mean, that's the guy.
It just reeks. What sucks is that Panarin's so shook about it that he's not gonna be with the team here.
Yeah, for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's losing some practice time. I think he'll play. I don't think it's the next couple of weeks. He's just probably checking on his security. Like,
well, he wants to make sure and his family too. I mean, he probably his family's still in Russia.
Oh yeah, well that too. Wouldn't you be scared of Vladimir? Vladimir Putin scares me as much.
Well, Vladimir Putin can straight up
the
silence you no matter
IRS.
what.
Right. Like they're probably recording our voices now, and like as soon as these fuckers come to Russia, we will beat them like Roger Goodell has.
Well, Russia and China technically.
Emperor Goodell has placed hit on the urinating 3 and 5 points vids for criticizing Vladimir Putin. Now we put it in the rectum.
Pretty much.
Near killed him. All right, hey, where do we?
COVID test swab in the pee hole. That's what our punishment's going to be.
He thinks it's going to be a model in the mail, but in actuality, it's going to be a Model C4.
Yeah.
I've had a couple anal swabs. No one tested me, but I just had to go through it.
You sick fuck.
We've got a new tool just for that.
When in Rome. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
the wine
you're trying to
cork.
uncork
I like to call that, when I was a kid, I used to call that the jumping jack machine.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was 4, but now it's like,
no,
yeah, I know.
Put it upside down and then extend the neck, it's ET. Like that.
Pretty much.
E.T.
Yeah. I always thought he was swimming. I thought the dude was swimming or doing jumping jacks. And I'm sure you tried to do something kinky with it, right?
There was probably porn of that going up someone's pee hole or whatever. Because that's what the internet's for.
Ugh. Okay, we're demonetized. Where'd you stop? At GN?
Yeah, we're at GN. There was an awesome fake sand, but that's retracted.
Yes, Chase Elliott got screwed by a rain caution at Daytona Road Course for a light sprinkle at best. That rule is antiquated from 2008. The road course races, I saw a lot of tweet about it.
Yeah, it got a lot. He got caught in traffic, didn't he? By the end.
Yeah, NASCAR Twitter needs to chill.
Well, NASCAR Twitter's always going off about shit. That's just general in Twitter. Everyone complains about everything.
Which of the major sports league has the most toxic Twitter?
NBA. Hands down.
NBA.
Yeah. Which of the major audiences on YouTube is the most toxic? When you cover a subject, you just get the biggest fucking morons saying the dumbest shit, calling you an idiot.
Well, it'd either be NBA or NFL. NFL can get very memey, but in a different way. NBA kind of the same. It leaks from group to group.
Specific topic, I'd say labor stoppages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine MLB labor stoppage.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're getting into politics a little there too.
Yeah, it is.
And if there's one thing that's gonna break people, it's politics. We should know.
It will always break them.
I tell you, every time I do an NBA video, I always get that comment. I've sworn off the NBA. I'm never watching a game again. Then why'd you click on this video, dude? Just to tell me how much you don't care? I love how people that don't give a fuck tell you how much they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, if you actually didn't give a fuck, you just would stop watching. And I feel like a lot of people have, but they're not going to be fucking vocal about it. It's like, whatever, I don't watch. It's the same thing with NASCAR. You didn't have people go off saying, like, I hate how NASCAR is. I am never, ever, 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 ever watching again. Give me back Dale Earnhardt. Nobody said that shit.
Well, I have a question for you. Who's going to tell you first about their condition? A vegan or someone who's had the COVID vaccine? How long will it take? Which over under on 30 seconds before a vegan that does CrossFit had the COVID vaccine? That's a triple threat right there.
I'd probably say
I'm
only outdone by someone who drives a BMW, and that's how fast they tell you that they drive a BMW.
Imagine
or
a vegan who does CrossFit with a BMW on election day. Which fact are they going to tell you that they voted? That and they mail-in voted too. So they'd be like, oh yeah, I did that.
You got to get that double sticker on your bumper.
That's right. I just did my WAD. I got my COVID vaccine. I ate my completely organic, non-dairy cheesecake, and I voted via mail. Boom, roasted.
And he's also probably a Packers fan who teaches a class at a high school.
Burn.
Yes, burn. Burn. Communism. Getting burned. Not even here to defend himself.
No, he's probably lurking in the background. That was probably his call to tweet.
He'll be around. I'm sure that name will pop up in the chats here.
See, like Tom Grassi's just sitting on his computer drinking a craft beer, and then the Green Bay Packers symbol flouts up in the distance. There's a big alarm that comes off in the corner. Somebody is shitting on communism, and then he'll rush right over here and shit on us. That's how it goes every time.
He'll rush unless he takes enough pills to. Oh wait.
Oh yeah.
There is no rush anymore.
The signal for communism is not the hammer and sickle. It's cheese. It's just a big thing of cheese and maybe one of those little serving knives.
It's a Swiss cheese wheel and a cheese board.
It's a Swiss cheese wedge and a bottle of what the hell's the one beer out of Mount Horeb, New Glarus?
Oh, Spotted Cow.
There you go. It's a bottle of Spotted Cow and a wedge of Swiss.
I'm not a Saison guy. I've never had Spotted Cow.
It sounds like gas. That sounds just like ass busting.
That's
right
most
there.
of the food you consume in Wisconsin.
Spotted Cow and cheese. You're just. Irvin Alvarado, insert whistle at Rangers game. Putin sucks, but in all seriousness, I hope Panarin and his family can be safe. That is beyond hockey. Rangers this season is bizarre, and yet we have a 2-game win streak. It just makes it just makes you grateful that you can deny the president. You can just be like, that is not my president in America.
Oh,
and people will applaud you. They'll be like, that's fine. Whatever. Come and sit down with me at my Deny the President club. In Russia, if you're like, I do not support Vladimir Putin, and you're like dead.
Pretty much.
Some guy comes in with a garrote and just does one of those silent kills, and you're like,
Hitman with the fiber wire.
Yeah. Suicide by. Go ahead.
You can choose not to support the president of America, but you can also choose not to enjoy the Wall Street bets economy of which I have granted you.
Hey, are the miners on? Did you turn on the miners yet?
I got an email this morning actually on that. There's a company out of Connecticut I ordered my GPUs from. They already come with a water cooling pack on top of them.
Nice.
And they're supposed to be hitting their warehouses on March 29th, which will hopefully turn to me in about the middle of April.
Nice. You're missing out on the dough. My buddy who mines stuff, like his power bill is like $3,000 a month just to run those fucking things.
I need to send him my my solar reference so that he can.
He'll do that. Yeah, send that to me. I'll send because he has this dude like he has a way of just betting on stuff and it almost always working out. Like he's very good at finding ways to make money because he just sits around in front of his computer and is like, how do I turn this $10 into 20?
How's his roof? Does his roof need to be replaced?
No, I think he's fine there. Trust me,
the
dude has money.
Panels. We got panels.
Yeah. He'll be just send me your contact and I'll do the rest. Will Bronlick. Who has the most riding on this NBA season? Nets or the Nets for sure?
Probably the Nets, especially with what they've done to go all in.
The Nets have to win it all.
Could be, especially that Kawhi could be a free agent.
You don't think the Bucks have a lot riding on this? Giannis stays. He doesn't orchestrate a trade to a super team, and Milwaukee failed. They lost to the underdog Heat last year. It let a team come out of nowhere on them, and pretty sad. Pretty sad that Milwaukee lost. I think there's more pressure on the Nets though, out of anyone, because they have the pieces. Like they have the mishmash of the Rockets who sucked, the Warriors, and the Cavaliers who won it all. So they have 2 out of the 3. They're there to carry Harden to his 1 championship. All they need to do is throw Westbrook in there, and they'd be the ultimate feel bad story of the year.
Well, it's like nobody would like that championship because those Houston teams were fucking insufferable.
Yeah, oh my God.
Nobody wants Harden or Westbrook to win.
Yeah, Chris Paul. Nobody wants Chris Paul to win a championship.
Well, nobody wants anybody to win a championship.
I hear he is a dickhead.
Well, that's most NBA players, dude.
Yes. Well, yeah. If I was that blessed, I'd probably be
I'd be blessed with athletic talent like that. I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah, they've gotten away with everything.
You think LeBron loses sleep at night because people shit on him on Twitter? No, he's like, I got fuck you money. No. Bitch, I make more. I could pretty much Thanos snap you out of fucking existence.
Kevin Durant does. Kevin wants to be liked by everyone.
Well, Kevin Durant's a fucking snake.
You can't please everyone all the time.
LeBron makes more money than most mortals do every time he records a Sprite Cranberry commercial.
Yeah.
No, he makes more money by fucking tweeting than any of us do.
Yeah, you can't please everyone all the time, though. I know that you tried at the bus station, urinating tree, doing ski pole.
No, that was you. What I tried to do was I tried to go for quality over quantity. You go for quantity.
Which is why he's at the bus station and you're at the airport.
Will that get me canceled in 20? Like the Mariners president, what was his name? Kevin Mather? Mather. Yeah, he learned the hard way. You don't say things that you think are in jest.
Well, it's not even in jest. He said the quiet parts out loud.
It's true. Because, everything
they're always about cost. They're always about players being overpaid. They're always about being adversarial, and they're always about abusing service time or manipulating it. That's been a big thing for a long time.
I think it's the way that he said it. Right? Haven't you ever had a coworker who does not speak English well? I guess I don't ever make fun of people like that because my mom just never spoke English all that well. So I don't think I've ever really made fun of it. But I think what he thought, and I'm not trying to defend him at all, is that he was being, I don't know. I haven't really heard it, but like, I don't know how to position it where, sometimes it's hard to communicate with people because their English is very poor. I'm not saying that what he said or the context was right. I just know that maybe he thought that he was trying to say something that just didn't come out correctly, or he's just an asshole.
Probably that.
But someone else alleged, but a couple of players alleged that this was things that they knew of for a long time, and that he finally just got caught, which could also be very true. I forget who it was. Maybe he just talks shit on all the Hispanic and Japanese players this whole time for 24 years. Yeah,
I could see it.
All right, so they're saying, he's being a cheap ass, and he was mad about it. Here's the thing. For me personally, there's no way as an adult that I could learn Japanese or another language and sound anywhere decent. Like, I would prefer to have the interpreter. Like, I'd just be like, hey, can you tell these guys that I need a break? Like,
well, here's the problem with that. He wasn't worried about the translator. He was worried about paying $75,000 for that translator. That was his issue.
The guy's a major leaguer. He's coming from a foreign country.
$75,000 is like just a drop in the bucket.
You know what? You've convinced me that Kevin Mather's a dickhead. Fuck him. Fuck him and his fucking.
Well, you know about Kevin Mather. Kevin Mather's favorite restaurant is Hooters, and 5 points. I heard a story about Hooters from you. What was that story again?
My wife used to work at Hooters.
I see you got a little nod from the recent super chat.
Yeah. Zyphorus, what will the Cowboys do to get cap space for Dak? You could see some guys like that they sign big.
Offensive line probably get cut.
Yeah. Or what about what's the linebacker's name that they signed? That
Jalen Smith.
Yeah,
they just extended him though.
True, but that makes him tradable, right? Like, nobody is safe in this world. Anybody with a big contract can end up somewhere else. I'm not saying that they're going to do it, but they got to pay him, Van Der Esch. They got to pay. They already paid Elliott. They might just franchise tag Dak again.
They're probably going to have to.
They might.
I mean, the only other cut would be logical. Is like that would suck, but Tyron Smith because he's been injured most of the time.
Yeah, This is the cap hell that many people talked about. But as you can see here, what you can do is have Tom Brady fall in your lap and you'll just win a Super Bowl. So that seems to be the formula.
There's more to it than just Tom Brady showing up in Tampa. For instance, the line blocked for Tom better, which gave time for those plays to develop where Winston would try to huff it into triple coverage because the blitz was coming at him.
Well, Tom Brady also brought a pretty good defense with him somehow. Jason Pierre-Paul, what's
JPP was already in Tampa, wasn't he?
I know, I'm joking. I'm being facetious. Tom Brady also brought with him great field position on every drive. He
also kicks the field goals. I heard he kicked that 62-yarder.
Yep. Sean Murphy Bunting was he was brought by Tom, right?
Chris Godwin was too.
Yeah. Now, what won the Super Bowl for Tampa was the butt sweat towel. That's what won it, the butt sweat towel for the center.
Jack Barrett, yeah. Now, you know what Tom brought to the Tampa Bay Patriots? Antonio Brown. That was the difference. Clearly the difference there. We didn't even talk about
the salt temperature in Pittsburgh is now clocking in at about 1,100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, they're good for winter next year.
Man, fuck Antonio Brown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Joey Overstreet, who sat Joey 11-5 Overstreet. Yo, boy, what's up? Who gets to beta test MLB The Show 21? Cannot wait to play as the Rockies and my guy Nolan. Oh, wait, god damn it. Yep, Rockies traded Nolan Arenado and paid the Cardinals to take
$50 million. They were more afraid of him extending that contract and keeping it on instead of him going. Because they had lost, $147 million or something.
Okay, I get that baseball is a business and it's become a very ugly business.
Hey, Ben scored. Woo!
No, fuck the Pens.
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck you, fucker.
Actually, wait. Washington didn't score 2, so it's 2-2. God damn it.
Oh, it's 2-2. It's tied. No, what were we talking
about? Deflection.
Jay Gensel. No, I get that baseball is a business, ugly business sometimes. But Nolan Arenado, like if you're a fan of the Rockies, you fall in love with this guy, Nolan Arenado, who's just a beast offensively and defensively. And then they just ship him to the Cardinals for practically nothing. And you're just like, yeah, I see how serious you take my fandom. And
it was the way they did it. That was the problem because, they're not going to extend Trevor Story. They're not going to, they're probably going to try and trade Charlie Blackmon.
I should become a free agent fan with the Mets. Like there's one guy in, I forget what happened. This was like 15 years ago. He was a Braves fan or something, and he was like, I'm going to become a free agent fan, and he wrote a letter to all 32 MLB teams, and he was like, who wants to sign me? And the Giants were like all over it, and they gave him like 2 jerseys, and they invited him out to Pac Bell, and like so he ended up signing like a contract to become a fan with the Giants. I was like, y'all some desperate motherfuckers. The Rammers line for CRC 1000. That's a record right there. $1,000.
$1,000 in Costa Rica.
Yeah, 1,000 in Costa Rica. You balling in Costa Rica. You got $1,000. You're just like,
rich
give me
now,
5,
motherfucker. You're king
give me
of the
5 individual cigarettes.
You're king of the damn country right now.
In Costa Rica, you can buy one of anything. Like if you want one piece of gum from a pack of gum, you can buy that one piece of gum for like 5 cents.
If you want one lovely piece of caffeine chocolate from Germany, there you go.
You can buy mit iodine with that.
No.
The Rammers line says the leader of men will never leave. So there's a segue.
Yeah, we're fucked.
So Ben clearly ran out of gas last
year. I mean,
year.
he's done, but they're never going to do anything like that.
They're going to let him keep coming back until his shoulder is about the same consistency as Cam Newton's.
I think that Mike Tomlin says, gives a little wink to Andre, what's his name, Villeneuve, Villanueva, and some guy just completely blows past him and hits Big Ben right on his right shoulder, and that's the end of his season.
I think Villanueva's gone after this season.
Yeah, that's true.
You're going to have to
Villanueva looked
completely
like
overhaul your
shit.
offensive line. Pouncey's retired, even though he's a Pro Bowler in name only.
Yeah.
Right tackle, he's got issues. Left guard, Filer's a free agent. I mean, you're looking at a huge overhaul.
Did you kind of fall for that when Big Ben announced that Pouncey was retiring? Did you kind of think that it was Big Ben that was retiring?
No,
I almost fell for that. I was like, oh shit.
Well, the thing is, like they said that Pouncey and Ben were going to retire at the same time, but like he's got too much money owed to him. There's no way he's going to do it.
Yeah, it's true. This is Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, like all the great.
Not even Rivers, but the problem is like Rivers was able. He was still like, "Hey, we're doing our separate ways." Rivers could still at least throw. Eli was just like he was done.
Eli was trash.
Oh, Ben's he's gonna be as trash as he was. Like
the problem with Eli was he could diagnose the plays, he just couldn't get the ball there anymore. Like so, your mental elevator. As Howie Long says, your mental elevator goes up and your physical elevator comes down.
Because you can't do what you used to do.
And then they meet somewhere around here, right? And you're great, and then you start to be very smart but physically incapable, which is
that's why you go
our
into
entire
coaching.
lives. And that's why you give up porn and you you try to get better. But Ben clearly didn't have it at the end of
he was showing issues at the beginning of the year, but by the end, it's like Jesus. He's got nothing left. He's done.
Yeah, so he's gonna come back after.
Oh, he's gonna come in more ways than one.
Oh yeah,
and the Steelers are loyal because they're never gonna let him go unless he does something really heinous. Like they stuck by him through the rape allegations. They stuck through him like all the shit of throwing players under the bus in public, and like they're not gonna cut him now.
No. Well, he'll get his farewell tour. This will be his last year because there's no way he comes back for another
You'd be surprised.
Season after this.
I thought he was done after this
year.
He needs
to retire now. He needs to let the Steelers move on.
They won't, though. You know they won't.
Can't they?
And I'm not saying this out of being hopeful. I'm saying this because it's how the Steelers work. Like it might be
interesting to see who the Steelers go on to pick up, though. Between the draft
somebody
later. Between the draft and free agency.
They're over the cap, so like they'll have to cut somebody.
Gosh,
draft will probably be offensive line.
Trask.
No, they'll go offensive line in the draft. That is a more pressing priority at this
point. Don't they get a hit from Pouncey retiring? The cap
I think something like $5 million, something like that.
Yeah. Still, that's a player. That's a player that could be there. And could be a free agent signing, a depth.
It's a dead cap of like 6.475. It's something, but it's like But like most of that money was converted to signing bonus. That's why it's dead cap.
Yep. Donovan Gibbs says thoughts on Cam getting dissed by a team at a 7-on-7. Well, why is it that in 2021 everything is for fucking clout? Right?
It's all
like
clout,
you can't just go to a camp and respect the man. The other thing, okay, right. These thirst traps are everywhere apparently, and apparently they show up at Cam Newton's camps. The other thing is Cam engages with these guys and these petulant kids, and he doesn't do it in a way that looks good on camera, right?
Well, it comes out like, oh, I'm rich, and like where are your parents? It's like
some people can handle heckling a little better, and I get it. I don't handle heckling well. Like you should read the comments that
dude, you are mega salty with those comments. I see your shit on Twitter. It's like
no, not on Twitter. Bitch. You should see what I reply to on YouTube and then delete the original comment. Like I will.
I know. I hear you say sometimes like
scathing diatribe. Like I'll be like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're a dumb fucking idiot. Go fuck yourself. Like I'll put it so many expletives, hit return, send, make sure that message goes through, and then I'll hide that user from the channel. So that means that comment not only disappears, but they'll read my comment, and if they reply, it doesn't even show up. So it's the most bitch thing to do, and I love doing it. I love doing it.
God,
this is why I'm not very active on Twitter, and why
you should
have a
It
Twitter
is so thin it would be like paper.
No, it's not as thin as say some other YouTubers. Let's just say that.
YouTube and thin
But when
skin
I'm
go
having a
hand in
bad-
hand like
if I'm-
cheese and crackers.
If I'm having a bad month and someone says something stupid, like I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna take it out on you, and then I let it happen, and then but no one like that's the part that's funny is to me is like they don't realize that I'm in control, right? Like I control every little comment that's on my channel, and you know, when I'm doing well, when the bank account is fat, I'm just like, but apparently that doesn't happen very often. Okay. Sylvia Ryder. Is that like an anime character? Is that an actual female that likes us?
I
Or is
have
that
no,
somebody
probably an
posing?
anime character. I don't know.
Something. Yeah. I
Females
don't
on the
think
internet
that's
are still men.
Females on the
yeah, that's
internet.
true.
What do you
That's true.
expect?
I'd prefer them to be men, honestly, just so that no one's fooling each other, right?
Well, it's
just like,
also
all right.
because you like the
Uh-huh.
dick, but we won't.
Well,
say that
you know,
out in
I
public.
mean, you
Hey,
don't
we
have to
kink
say
shame
that.
here.
Yeah, we don't. You know what, Tree? I'm horrified of your internet history. I don't even want to know what's in there. It's
Well, there's a reason that it's called
Mhm.
delete the history and incognito mode, which is
You're
also
on the deep web. I just wonder
This-
about how
Five.
deep
You do.
on the
You know a
deep
lot
web.
about incognito mode. Trust me about
This
that.
is
Oh,
why
yeah.
I run ExpressVPN right here.
That's right.
Yeah.
My kid kept requesting to get ExpressVPN put on his phone. I was like, this little fucker is trying to buy crypto and download mega amounts of
Look,
porn.
he's not trying to buy crypto if he's trying to get ExpressVPN. He's trying to watch porn that you would probably find questionable and then ask him awkward questions about it. And the other thing he's probably trying to find is the Anarchist Cookbook or some equally
Like illegal stuff.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
the
yeah.
younger one.
Oh,
Next
is
month
he
the
Anarchist
kid turns.
Cookbook?
Anarchist
Dude, I
cookbook
had
or
I
something
had the
like
Anarchist Cookbook.
or something
we
like
would
the
make
Turner
shit.
Diaries or some shit
Li-
like that.
Okay,
We tried to
five-
make bombs out of shotgun shells. We extracted the gunpowder and we would like make fuses and shit. And we luckily didn't blow off any body parts, but we had fun. We were bored teenagers in Panama at the time.
If 5 points, if your younger son ever asks you for a shitload of styrofoam, a 5-gallon can of gasoline, and any amount of sawdust, your answer is no. Then your second
Okay.
answer is therapy.
Is he
No
gonna blow?
therapy. It's called mental institution.
Yeah. No, I don't think he's that stupid.
You can
but
make
you never
crude
know.
homemade napalm with those 3
Oh,
ingredients.
okay. Well, we're demonetized. Okay.
Yeah.
Sylvia Ryder, did you see KFC Barstool's awful take on Tiger Woods' crash? I did not, but I'm
No.
sure it was awful. And Barstool really okay. Here's what I have a problem with Barstool. They put on this fighting event, whatever, where they have
Jose
midgets
Canseco.
fight. Yeah, with Jose Canseco and stuff. And they just my wife made me feel bad because they have midgets fight, and then she made me feel guilty for making fun of midgets, and then I had a conscience about it. Like, you can't make fun of someone for how they were made.
The Jerry Maguire syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, and that's all Barstool does is just make fun of people for how God made them, and that's not right. It's not right, says the guy that points and laughs at a team blowing a 28-3 lead.
That's what
But
I mean.
that's not
It's like-
different. But they did that to themselves. They did
Yeah,
that to
that was
themselves.
through their actions. That
Midgets
wasn't
do not
because
shrink
of-
themselves, right?
That wasn't because of how they were born.
Right.
Maybe
Midgets
maybe they,
didn't panic.
maybe it's like one of those like transitional phases. You know, like they're average size, and then maybe they want to identify as a midget. Maybe it's one of those situations. Maybe I'm a midget that wants to identify as a 7'5" basketball center.
I don't know. It's 2021. You can probably.
That's what I mean. You can identify as
I could
whatever you
probably
want
identify
nowadays.
as handsome, and Lord knows.
I
I'm
can
not.
identify as fucking Fabio.
Mhm. That's your
Can you
example. of
believe
a-
it's
of a
not butter
handsome
still?
Not even Fabio. Like
It's
What
been
happened
40
to
years.
Fabio?
Can you not believe it's not butter?
no,
Fabio
I can't
got
believe
hit
it's
in
not
the-
butter. I'm filing a lawsuit because I can't believe it's not butter is actually a butter substitute or a butter itself, which is false advertising.
Fabio got hit in the face with the goose, and that was the last we ever heard of him. I think he died in that when he went on the roller coaster, the face with the goose, and then Vladson Visiden Highwind. Ooh, that sounds like a character from a D&D campaign.
Sounds like a character
You
from JoJo.
come across Visodin Highwind. You must roll a saving throw. Glad Bears didn't get Wentz. Sam Darnold train. Oh boy.
No, you're getting
Would you
kissing
take
titties
Sam
again, and you're gonna
Darnold?
like it.
Would you take Sam Darnold over kissing titties?
If I believed that we had the coaching and offensive staff to rehabilitate Sam Darnold and a line to protect him, yes. But I don't believe we have either of those things right now.
Yeah. I don't think that the Chicago system is about rehabilitation.
No,
They're
the worst
like-
fucking place that
Mhm.
Darnold would go to would be the Packers, because I know he would be their third Hall of Fame quarterback in a row.
You think that Matt LaFleur could take Sam Darnold and make him a Hall of Famer?
Do you remember how much Aaron Rodgers sucked his first 3 years in the league?
It's true, but they changed his where he held the ball from. Like
They changed
remember he
where he
would
held the
drop
ball
back
in.
and he was like,
Yeah, he was way up here.
and they were like, "Hey, dude,
And
you
now they
have
got
a
it down to
rocket
here.
arm, right?
Yeah.
You freelance. You're talented. Stop being a bitch." Because he
Yeah,
had like
so
a fumble problem at Cal.
If the
and
Packers got somebody like Darnold, who's to say that they couldn't help fix some of his mechanical fuck-ups where he drops back and then because he gets sacked repeatedly, he gets happy feet. The Packers have had undisputedly, prior to injury, assuming they're healthy, the Packers have had top 5 offensive lines the last 3 to 4 years. But that's been marred because of the fact that they've had injuries at key positions over the last 3 to 4 years.
Bakhtiari.
Yeah.
Bakhtiari, they've also had who the hell else was out for him? Was it a couple
Bulaga.
years ago when the Bulaga was out?
Was Lindsley out for a bit?
Somebody else. Their center was out for a while.
Lindsley, yeah. Then Billy Turner?
Yeah, they've always had some manner of turnover. They haven't had the same 5-man unit for 16 games. But because Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, they've been able to mask that.
Yeah.
Or when
It's
Rodgers
also
got
they masked
hurt,
the
you saw the
defense.
yes.
But then what makes you think that Darnold could replicate anything of Aaron Rodgers' success? I want to understand this logic here.
Have you seen Darnold's arm power and whenever he's actually protected, how good and accurate he is?
Yeah, he does remind me a little bit of Josh Allen. Like he could be Josh Allen if he was just
If he had proper structure.
Yes, if he was
Yeah.
coached right and he had. You're right, but I don't see it all the way.
I don't
Like,
see.
he's
I don't
closed
see the
flag.
Bears helping him. I would see the Packers helping him.
Oh.
the
Maybe
Packers already have
Pittsburgh,
Jordan
but
Love.
Pittsburgh. is
I
also
think he'll
going
stay.
through a
I think
steep
he'll stay
turnover.
in New York until he's dead. Sam Darnold.
Well, the
Until
Jets
they
have
either
contract
ruin
power
him,
on him.
right?
So-
They'll either ruin him or what, and they're already well on the way.
Well,
to
they've
ruining
already
him.
ruined him because of Adam Gase. Maybe
Yeah.
the next coaching staff will help him out a bit. Depends on who
Who's
they
the
get.
new coach in New York?
Robert Saleh.
Yeah, Saleh. Saleh might be able to. Isn't he a defensive-minded coach though?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you bring in a coordinator to help him out.
Yeah, but he's also been the kind of guy who gets more out of his players. I mean, look at what he was able to wring out of the third stringers in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Tomlin, awesome face X, and awesome face Xen. I always feel like someone's gonna get us with the screen name. Like I'm gonna be like Jack Mayhofer says.
Hey, we got a donation from Haywood Jablomi.
Yes.
No, we have I have a stream chat from Nega.
Yeah, and you were like
the guy
I
from,
remember
like,
that, and
the stri-
I
from, like,
remember
the stream.
seeing that. I was like,
Well, how would you
canceled
spell
again.
Ney? And it's like the E's like omoted, and then GA.
I'm going to spell 2 words, and I don't want you to repeat them. KNEE GUARD. Don't repeat them.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. You could do a whole bit on that if it wasn't 20. I have a very funny story that I can tell off air where someone was named and spelled exactly the way and was not, and my brother was in healthcare and he was not able to address that person.
Yeah. Just
He
wait
was
till
just
I'm
like, so how are you today? Anyways,
imagine
the Rammers-
sparkling wiggles nowadays. Instant
Spark-
catch.
Sparkling Wiggles is currently in my hands right now. That's right, you.
The Rammers line CRC 1000. Daft. Oh, we're really behind. Holy shit! Thanks, Daft Punk. You will be missed. Yes, Daft Punk doesn't do anything for 8 years, and then they announce they quit.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. Did they reveal themselves, or are they still?
Oh, they've had live pictures taken all the time.
No, they went around the world. Around the world. That's the only song I know of, or the "Do It Better, Harder, Faster." That's it.
I just wish they could do it one more time.
You know what? They did get pretty lucky. They had a good run. They were up all night.
Touch
to get lucky.
Sweet touch. You've given me too much to feel.
They're gonna give life back to music.
One more.
Yeah,
time.
they are. And they're gonna lose themselves to dance.
2020 is gone. It's 2021. If it was 2020, Tiger would have gone. Yeah, I don't know, man. Tiger, one car accident. That's why you don't you drive in cars, I guess. I don't know what's gonna come of this.
Yeah.
I've been a Tiger fan. Tiger Woods is the exact same ethnicity as me. He's half Thai and he's half Colonel. And I just have always been a fan of his, but I would say he's not behaviorally the best role model. So,
well, I mean, he had that rough stretch.
If you want to bang porn stars, and do lots of drugs and ruin your golf career, because you're Tiger
crash
Woods,
into a truck and then get the shit beaten out of by your wife and have a
while trying to flee,
golf club just smash your windshield.
Yeah, she hit him in the face.
If you want to go to hotels and bang Chili's waitresses,
he did bang.
Nothing wrong with that though. But
couple porn stars.
Well, nothing. Well, he had a sex addiction. That was the problem with that.
Okay, everyone is addicted to sex. Okay.
Sometimes 18 holes just ain't enough.
Yeah.
Oh, he needs more than that. He needs all 4 rounds.
How can you be addicted to the greatest? I like doing the most fun thing this planet has to offer all the time. I'm addicted. That's only for attractive
because
people.
The rest of us have cobwebs under there. It's like
sex addiction is only for attractive people. I'm sorry. Okay. Because if you're ugly and you're beating off all the time, you're just creepy.
Oh, dude, that's our lives. You know that.
Yeah, I know. So
with our 2 to 3% female viewership rates.
Yeah.
Hey, I think 2 to 3% is generous if we're being
generous.
honest.
Generous. It's point.
Well, true. I mean, I'm looking at analytics. It's like half of those are probably men, maybe more.
All right, you read some supers, Tree.
We'll see.
Earn some of this revenue.
Earn the money. Oh my God.
Yes,
okay, Hassan Abenor. What up? Still laughing over how Toronto blew the 5-1 lead against the Sens, and the Habs losing against the Sens as well. Lol. Yeah, they're actually tied against the Sens right now. Tied at 3.
Sens,
Montreal's kind of skidded a bit.
Yeah, but you look at the standings. Every team is in it except for the Senators.
Well, the thing with the North Division, I don't know how to gauge Toronto. I don't know if it's how much of it is them actually being good and how much is the rest of their division completely sucking. Because a lot of the disappointing teams this year have come from the North. Calgary, Vancouver, Ottawa, a little bit of Winnipeg, some Edmonton.
None of
the
those
only two
teams
that were doing anything were Edmonton or Toronto and Montreal for a bit.
None of those teams in Canada have a defense.
Well, not really. I mean,
and
Toronto just has the most talent.
It's just
Toronto's
a
whole
way.
game plan is to win every game 7-5.
Right. All that whole Canada division is a guaranteed way of getting a Canadian team to the conference finals. That's it. That's
they're trying to get those ratings for Rogers up, man.
Yeah, they need to get a Canadian team. They need to make Canada great again. They need to Macca.
I thought Justin Trudeau was doing that already.
McGea. Yeah, it's good.
It's an interesting one. The Rammers line. Thoughts on the NHL outdoor games?
I loved them. Holy shit. I wish that they would have set up a rink right on a frozen lake, but they didn't.
Well,
the rink at Lake Tahoe during the daytime was amazing.
It did not work well. The problem was because of the color. The color was just like swamp, and then the color would absorb the sun and it melted. The problem was the weather didn't work out because they were expecting clouds.
It's not necessarily the... Now, I live 2 hours away from Lake Tahoe in Central California, and what you don't realize about being at elevation like that and the position on the lake where they are, the jet stream carries the weather around the north and west side of the lake.
West side?
Yeah, State Line, Nevada is on the south and east side of the lake, which is usually clear and sunny. So during the daytime at puck drop, when aerial temperature was 35 and the sun's out, guns out, the surface temperature on most surfaces when the sun's out at Lake Tahoe in those conditions is going to be about 15 degrees higher. So your actual surface temperature was probably 43, and
So it made it soft.
it was basically road slush. If you go back to see when they
Like
did the
a
first intermission,
bunch of
It was
people
just straight
slipping
up-
and sliding.
it was just straight up road slush. The skates were just diving straight through the ice and hitting the floor. They were hitting the goddamn floor underneath the ice.
I kind of like the variability though of the outdoor games and the fact that they don't skate into certain areas because they know there's a bad patch over there. Yes, it kind of makes for shitty hockey, but it's also kind of funny. Like imagine if they played a baseball game on a little league field where there's a puddle in left field and they're just like, don't go in there. You know, like, yeah, how many of us have played on a field with less than ideal conditions? I know I have.
Yep.
Keep it reading. We got some big super chats.
Yep,
coming up.
official Gus
Except for that
Recklin for
$100 one.
25.
Who did that?
Reportedly, the Dolphins and Aaron Jones have an interest in each other. Do you think he's a good fit for Flores' setup? I'll personally miss him, but I understand that with Dylan, there's no real reason for the Pack to keep him. Plus, they also have a lot of issues in terms of signing their future players. I think their biggest priority is Lindsley at this point.
The Pack can ill afford to lose weapons. Mm-hmm.
The Pack can ill afford to lose anybody in their linebacking core. Who the hell do they have left?
Well, I know they cut Kirksey. This is why he should have drafted Patrick Queen.
I think that if anyone goes down to Flores' system, he's doing a good job down there in Miami. He knows what
I'd
he's
say they
doing,
probably
man.
focus on the line. Plus, do you think they roll with Gaskin and Ahmed a little more, or do you think Ahmed? I think that's how you pronounce it.
Is that you got to do the if you're gonna say Ahmed, you have to say it properly, right?
Well, if Miami puts together a package to get Deshaun Watson, Miami's priorities are about to change real damn fast.
Yeah, well, they're gonna think Super Bowl run right away.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I mean, you trade, say, Tua, the 3rd overall pick, and maybe their 2nd first, maybe a first next year. You think that's enough to get it done?
I think 3 firsts and Tua would absolutely get him moved out of Houston.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Houston would be happy that they'd get Tua, who's developing.
He's too early to call him a bust.
Yeah. He's got
Jared
potential.
Goff looked like he couldn't throw a football, and he managed to get $100 million guaranteed. So,
gosh, what a shammer!
Hey,
bigger.
You got to make your bank when you can, man. It's like Marshawn Lynch said. Got to protect your chicken and check your mentals.
And I'm here, so I just won't get fined.
Mm-hmm. Joey Overstreet for 10. Hey, guys, real quick. I know it was a day or two ago, but the Miracle on Ice was 41 years ago. So please tell us your favorite hockey moment. Mine was John Scott in the All-Star game and Ray lifting the cup.
Mine is the Miracle on Ice. That's how fucking old I am. God.
I'm too young to remember Miracle on Ice. Favorite hockey moment, damn. Probably 09 with Fleury sprawling out to make the save on Nicholas Lidstrom.
Oh, listen,
that's my favorite moment.
11 seconds left or something like that.
It was like 2 seconds, I think.
All right, my personal is Stefan Matteau, the one that I saw live. Matteau. But actually, what's funny is I remember it that way, but on the broadcast, that's not what was happening. On the NBC broadcast, that was not the call. It was somebody. It was Gary Thorne or someone that made that call. I just whenever you go and look up the highlights on YouTube, you hear the Gary Cohen call. So like it's funny because that goal was just great because it was such anxiety. Like they blew a 1-0 lead with like 10 seconds left, and you're just like, fuck.
And then Messier had guaranteed that they were going to the cup.
Yep, he did.
Best hockey plays that I've seen in my lifetime. Number 2 is 1998. The Red Wings swept Capitals, and the first person to get the cup was Vlad Konstantinov in his wheelchair.
After that,
after that bag accident. And previous to that, the best hockey moment I'd ever seen in person, or this wasn't in person, but I did see it live on television, was let me try to think how the line goes. Igor Larionov gets into a fight with Peter Forsberg, And now
Oh, the
Darren
Forza.
McCarty takes his shots in at Claude Lemieux. Fight night at the Joe, baby. That's number one. And I have yet to find anything that'll top it.
They'll never have like events like that. It's been like 15 years since the big Senators and Sabres brawl.
You think
I was like the last
Matthew,
like really big brawl.
Well, the last Gong show that I remember was Islanders Pittsburgh and that big tilt-a-whirl
that
game.
was we don't talk about that game because
Yeah,
it was
like,
just pure humiliation.
people think Matt
Like,
Tkachuk
the Islanders
is
just
an
brought in a bunch
agitator.
of goons just to fuck with us.
Right.
It's like, oh, let's bring up Michael Haley.
Yeah, let's bring up
he's
our
totally
entire
worth playing in
AHL
the
squad.
Yeah, welcome to fucking Slapshot 2011.
It's like them bringing in Ogie Oglethorpe, except his name's like Brett Gallant and Justin Johnson.
Yeah. Patrick Hanlon gave us $10. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it. I think you wanted to say something, but he probably hit enter like too quick. That's me every time I get laid. Is I just hit enter too quick and then it's over before I even get to type anything. Vulgar Night 297. Kevin Mather resigns. The Mariners continue to punch their fans in the doink. The Mariners. Can I bet against them? Can I bet against them as a future?
Maybe you can try and do what the hedge bets do and just short the team. Yes.
Can I short the Mariners? Because there's no fucking way they're making the playoffs.
Dude, short the Pirates.
I should short the Pirates too. I should bet on a bunch of teams just not to make the playoffs. Though last year, if you bet against the Marlins, you got fucked.
Oh, yeah. Well, you should have shorted against the Mets because you weren't going to make it with the Wilpons.
Marlins have a bunch of talent, though.
Yeah,
like
they're still underestimating them this year.
Yeah. If anybody couldn't see that, you're stupid. You're stupid.
Well, you're kind of biased, but still. I mean, I understand.
No. They had Pablo Lopez. They have Miguel Rojas, Sixto Sanchez, Sandy Alcantara. Yeah, like they have potential. They do, even though they got rid of Yelich. I can't believe they had Yelich.
Well, they had Yelich and Marcelo Ozuna and Giancarlo in the same outfield.
Yeah.
And JT Realmuto.
Oh, dunk by the
Jay
Knicks,
Shaggy.
who are actually decent.
Yeah. Boogie Cousins has been waived by the Rockets. Which NBA team do you think you will sign with next? Probably the Nets.
The Nets. That's what Boogie does.
Everyone does. He goes for the ring chasing. They all ring chase nowadays, dude. You get this is the equivalent of like guys like say Jack Eichel. If he's like 30, he's just gonna go sign with the Red Wings of the mid 90s.
Eichel is on the block apparently.
That's because the Sabres are a fucking shit heap.
Yeah.
Eichel's ego is getting in the way.
It's not even Eichel's ego. It's the Pagula's. Kim Pagula does not know how to run a fucking hockey franchise.
Have they given him any help?
I mean,
well, it's GM Jack.
All right.
So it's always
that answer is no.
Yeah, keep reading.
There was that whole thing that he rumored to get, Murray and Bilesby get fired, I think, but that was probably the right thing.
I don't think
503, who chokes more, the Maple Leafs or the Falcons? Falcons. Easily Falcons.
Falcons all day. Falcons, and it's not even close.
Maple Leafs are just laughable personnel moves and trades. Yes. Alex Moreno for 5. Gentlemen, I have managed to live another week. Song of the week is Outside by Stained. Also, Lexus owners are far worse than BMW owners by a mile.
I don't think so. Like Lexus, what are you bragging about? You own a Toyota, dude.
Lexus is for people who want to pretend that they're rich but not actually spend anything.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's a prestige car, kind of like that. It's kind of like buying an Acura. I test drove
a Lexus, and I didn't like it at all. I was like, it doesn't have any kick. It kind of floats around, like the car just floats like a boat. Like it's
Toyota's version of Buick.
Sexy. Yeah, it's not
pretty
sexy.
much.
Keep going.
It's the
Congrats,
it's their version
Alex,
of Cadillac.
on living another week, by the way.
And our favorite user, Butt Pounder 420.
Yes.
The NASCAR playoffs' favorite holiday is 9/11. End the playoffs before it's too late.
Oh,
jeez. A little too soon on that, man.
Well, demonetized.
We are canceled.
We are instant
demonetized and finished.
The only thing that'd be worse if we say something about January 6th.
Yeah. Anyone else got plane tickets for Cancun?
No, I don't actually. Ted Cruz took mine. Uncultured Barbarian. You cretins making fun of Wisconsin food always forget the bratwurst and deep fried cheese curds. and butter burgers. I have not had a butter
I've
burger. Cheese
never-
curds can be pretty good though.
We had cheese curds in
Yeah, we had curds
Hamilton.
in Canada.
yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Because
they were
everyone
in the poutine.
look, if it's vegans that had the COVID virus that also voted and did CrossFit, if that vegan happened to be in Canada, they'd be like, try the cheese curds. Like,
No, the
Those are the
cheese curds.
A&W down the street.
No. The cheese
Right.
curds wouldn't be vegan
I-
because potentially they'd be mixed in with fish, and you'd have to get it without the breading or fried.
I've never been peer pressured harder than in Canada being asked to try ketchup chips, cheese curds, and Tim Bits.
If we get you two to Chicago or the greater northern Illinois area, like per se
I've
Chadwick,
had Giordano's.
Oh,
No.
deep dish pizza? Oh yeah.
what someone's referring to when they say that you need to try those things is they mean that you need to go into a Culver's. It's a drive-through and sit-in kind of American fare restaurant. It's not extra special. I mean, it's not worshipped on the levels of In-N-Out and Whataburger, but it does it for the region around Wisconsin and the Great Lakes.
What's something? Okay, so I guess Pittsburgh has pre-manis. Is that something that where
Primanti's is like the thing.
somebody comes from out of town? You're like, all right, you don't have this here. You gotta try this.
Pretty much,
Like,
it's Primanti's.
Where I
That's the
live,
one
we
they talk
have
about.
none of that shit. We have five
For
guys.
Manny's
and that's
is
the
mostly
chain that's
city of
everywhere.
Pittsburgh. I mean, is it
Yeah.
all over Western Pennsylvania?
It's regional. There is a lot of stuff around the suburbs, and there's a couple in Florida too.
The only thing that we have is Five Guys, and it's a chain. It's everywhere. I mean, where I grew up in Northern Virginia has the original Five Guys, and that shit is crazy, but crazy good. But it's a franchise now. It's not as sexy as it used to.
Well,
be.
you're also a fan of Five Guys, and you don't like sharing them with the rest of the world. So I completely
yeah.
understand that too.
I have a
10
Five Guys 3 blocks away, man.
There's
Really?
a Five Guys
In
downtown.
California?
I've never
So-
been.
So
Yes.
you can get Five Guys in California, but you can't get In and Out east of the fucking
East of like
Colorado.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Regional licenses, baby. It's the same reason.
No,
Well,
you
it's
In-N-Out-
not
can't
just
get Yingling
regional
east of-
licenses,
west of
it's
the
also
Mississippi.
distribution networks, and
Yeah.
In-N-Out In-N-Out presses its own patties and cuts its own potatoes. They don't just
Yeah.
have, I bought 500,000 1/3 pound patties from National Beef in Kansas, and just to the corners of the map. There you go.
What's up, Kirsten? I see you in the chat. That is our 0.01% of female representation.
I know, right?
Where
And
are
we
here?
technically poached her from Grossi.
Alex Moreno, Lexus owners buy the lowest common denominator. They couldn't care less about cars or driving, so they buy a rolling sofa. Yeah, that's a really accurate way. Acura is always better. Acura is still I like German cars though. which is
Acuras are
ironic.
efficient cars, but I mean,
Well, I mean, Acura's a Honda property, and
Honda makes
Acura was
solid cars.
wasn't it originally a brand to beat the taxes coming from Japan to the U.S. I think,
I'm not
Something
sure.
like that.
and then when those got relaxed and Honda built their own factories here, they just said, "Well, fuck it, we're going to keep it around, I guess."
No, they made it into their luxury brand.
Well, is Mazda and Mitsubishi the same?
No,
company?
they are
No,
separate
they're
companies.
different.
Mazda's independent.
No,
Mitsubishi
Nissan and Infinity are the
Nissan
same
and Infinity,
company.
yes.
Nissan owns Infinity, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Alex says, "Am I right in saying Russell Westbrook is the Antonio Brown of the NBA?" That's
He's not
guy.
that
No,
far.
he doesn't miss time. He loves playing basketball.
Russell
Like,
Westbrook
Antonio
is
Brown
selfish, but
is
and he's
only
not
there for
toxic.
the
He's
money.
not off the
Yeah.
field toxic.
The
like
closest to AB in the NBA right now, I feel, is Boogie Cousins.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
Boogie in his past,
but has Boogie been left his team and after signing a contract?
Not
Like
yet.
voluntarily left his team.
I think he would have done it to the
Randolph,
Kings.
Kawhi, and the Spurs too. Go Lakers, baby. Jared Froman, America is not perfect, but be glad that we don't live in Russia, where criticizing your leaders, especially Vladimir Putin, can get you in prison, poisoned, or killed. Yeah, that guy came back to Russia, like kind of daring. What's his name? Natali, whatever. He came
Novotny, I
back-
think it is.
Novotny. I don't know my Russian name.
I think that's how it is.
He came back to Russia basically daring Putin to kill him because he was ready to be martyred. And now Putin can't do it because the whole world is watching.
Pretty much.
But he'll just wait 10 years. He'll be like, I'll get that son of a bitch.
Well, what's going to happen is he's going to wait till
bitch.
the popularity's off. Then they kill him.
Panarin's like Inez Cantor. Like, he can't go back to his country ever again.
Yeah. Well, fuck Erdogan, too.
Yeah. Uncultured Barbarian, 5 points, acts all humble, yet he got Adam Rank on stream where he slam dunked on him about the wife being a former Hooters girl.
Yep, and that's where he got his little thing about the Hooters.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
There
you
ain't no
ever-
Hooters around
favorite-
here, man. They closed.
They don't have Hooters?
Nah, there's
I'm
not too
surprised
many
they're
around
not
here.
canceled in California, right? 'Cause
No, it's not.
Texas.
Shit, there's racier places here
Tilted
in California
Kilt?
than that.
Tilted Kilt, baby.
Twin
I went to
Peaks.
the
We had a
Tilted
tilted
Kilt.
kilt. The
I
food
went to-
sucked.
Oh, yeah. The food is terrible. I went to the Tilted Kilt in LA. Smoke shows all around.
Oh, yeah.
Place
There was
called
one
Twin
that
Peaks
used to
does the
be
same
in
thing.
Pittsburgh, then
Yeah.
it shut down.
Yeah, they had one on I Drive in Florida too, in Orlando. Smoke shows. Uncultured Barbarian. No. Sylvia Ryder, let it be known the best way to get your super chats read in a timely manner is to roast 5 points.
Yes.
Call
Roast
me
5
bald and
points or
ugly.
make a big dono. That's how you do it.
Oh wow! So a message got deleted by Hiei. Oh. Alan Nadeau. Hope you liked the trade tree vid. Hiei. Crazy how Seattle managed that deal after making it. Yes, Alan Nadeau,
Well,
fellow
Ed-
YouTuber.
Ed McCaskey was a bona fide, certified 100% idiot.
Oh, yeah.
What
First round
did,
pick for a bust in Rick Maher, baby.
What did the message say, Hiei, that got deleted? Don't say it out loud.
I'll just type it to you.
Type it in private. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
type it in private.
Yeah, we get the exclusive rights to that thing.
Okay. He's
Uncultured
typing it.
Barbarian. Fabio isn't dead and he still gets work.
Oh, as what? But I can't believe
Well-
it's not butter model.
Maybe. I mean, he probably gets a lot of super chats
Wait.
from the old women that loved him in the 80s.
Do you graduate from selling I can't believe it's not butter to lube? Like, is that the next endorsement? It's like, all right, I started out in butter, now I'm doing Astroglide.
I can't believe it's not lotion.
I can't
Oh.
believe it's not.
Wow.
Never mind.
That's great. I'll take that guy's money and I'll delete his message. Please give me more super chats because I won't fucking read them.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Thank you, Hiei. I appreciate the mod ship. That's why we have great mods out in the world.
Yeah, damn right we do. Tom says he has the best mods. I beg to differ.
I don't owe you anything. You can pay me all the money you want. I don't owe you shit. Uncultured Barbarian. No, we read that. You read Gadzooks.
Yep, it's okay. Maybe Daft Punk will use their retirement to get harder, better, faster, stronger. But they'll still
So
be
using
nasty.
Astroglide?
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
I
It's
guess
Viagra.
Astroglide
Viagra song.
implies that anal sex is out of this world, right? It's just
Or-
it's just amazing, man. It's fucking
Old school.
space
Remember the
level
old
shit.
school jar of Vaseline? Just that giant 8-ounce jar where you dip your hand in it?
Yes.
But that's petroleum-based lube. You
But
need
I mean, those are
water-based
still
lube.
available, though.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
You have a
can still
cough?
go-
That's good to help, like, expectorate a lot. Little Vicks
Astroglide.
vapor rub.
To boldly go where 3 of my friends have gone before. All right.
Rub it on your chest.
Three's
Make sure you
a
don't
bit
rub
of
it
a
on your
conservative
Yeah,
estimate.
always got the Vicks vapor rub. Never use Vicks as lube. Just a little advice from your uncle.
Well,
Five.
it's going to soothe. It has things that heat it up. Unless you want to expectorate all the phlegm that's somehow in there, that's really about it. James Amaday for 5. The UFC needs to stop putting heavyweight fights in non-title main events. They never go 5. Also, Derek Lewis's call-out sucked.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. Derek Lewis knocked that other dude the fuck out, though. Oh my god, I've been watching a lot of UFC lately because my son really pushed me to get the ESPN Plus. And I got it, and we've been watching a lot of fights because my son's like really big into fighting now. And dude, Derek Lewis, I even forget the dude's name, but he knocked him the fuck out, like just second round, just pop, 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 pop. And I was like, oh, and he hit him 4 more times after he knocked him out. I was like, Herb, stop the fight, buddy. Stop the fight. Oh, look at these UFC gloves right here.
What's the over-under on FPV's kid getting suspended out of school for trying some of them UFC moves on some kid who fucks with him?
No, so both the kids are wrestlers, so I don't really worry about that. They'll just put them in a hold or something and just hold them until the other kid gives up. Mhm.
Power glove.
Keep reading, Tree. We're at
Dr.
the bottom now.
Touchdown. I'm sorry, Uncultured Barbarian. I'm sorry. Even being a Packers fan growing up, I loved watching Sweetness run. Dicka's decision in the Super Bowl was baffling. Are we talking about the fridge run?
Yeah,
Where
not getting
Peyton didn't get a
Walters.
run.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Peyton would have taken that Super
I
Bowl.
think too.
win.
Peyton gets his Super Bowl, plus we get a fat guy touchdown.
Such
So
a
you know what?
tragedy that Peyton passed away so
Yeah.
young, man.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the
Oh.
fridge isn't doing too well either, apparently.
We got another lady. Who's Rebecca Rowe? Is that really a lady? That's a dude.
That sounds
be a
like
dude.
someone in Wit Pro.
Yeah.
That's not a woman.
That sounds like catfish a little bit.
Oh, there's a lot of catfish. It's the old internet saying the women are
You
men,
gotta
the men
post
are
a
men, and the
picture.
children are the FBI.
In order to prove your identity, you have to post a picture of
It's
you
like the
holding a
COVID
piece of
vaccine. You
paper
have to
that says
prove like
bald,
the
ugly.
certificate of womanhood,
Mhm.
and then we will have to judge like,
5
Yeah,
points.
this
About
is a
where you were
woman.
going with that comment was completely the wrong direction.
Oh, Rebecca Rowe is a Grassi mod too. Okay.
Oh
Are we
yeah,
gonna-
I know.
Okay. So we have to mod her too? Here?
I think we got how many?
I don't know.
Let's start with how many people are not mods in the chat.
I just want to mod.
at this
Rebecca,
rate, we're gonna make everyone a mod, and when everyone's a mod,
'cause
no one is.
I want to steal from. I never feel guilty stealing from a communist. Mhm.
Nah,
That's all
I
I
mean
have to
his
say.
Communism says we have to share. It is
Right.
all part of our modship.
Yes, he's sharing with us. Grossalism.
Sharing.
Mhm. All right, she's modded now. You
Shit.
can't mod everyone. Can't mod everyone.
Unfortunately, Rebecca.
How's Bailey not a mod? We should mod Bailey.
Just so
but
we
not
know
now-
that,
not right now.
just so Rebecca knows, we don't have the Twitter super secret club like Tommy Kami does. So
No, we don't.
there's
Oh,
no.
Communism forever. Let me unmod that. Oh my gosh.
Oh
no.
shit! Tommy's in the chat.
No.
Oh
God.
boy, always.
Tommy,
Now-
type F if you want to join the show, but you know, I know how busy he is. He's got
Oh, just drag his ass in here. If he's sitting here
Mhm.
sniping on chat, he's got enough time to come.
Yeah,
That's
on.
what
he
I
wants
said.
to
I
come
told
on.
you. He was putting out
he
the
is
Packers
such an
sign,
attention
and he was
whore.
called to action.
He's such an attention whore. He can't stand it when we're talking about him. He can't.
I don't
he
know. I
can't
feel
feel
like
it.
you're kind
He
of
has to
jealous
come in
because he gets a wave
and
of
defend
attention,
himself.
and we really don't.
Right. I'm sending
All
you
my
a link.
footage. Oh,
Sending
all
you
the
a link,
footage on his
Tom.
Insta. He's got to re-record tonight's video. Oh shit,
Oh,
that's gotta
Ooh,
suck,
oh.
man.
I hate that shit.
oh.
Your
Oh,
file is
SD
corrupted.
card.
Fuck you.
Mm.
Have a nice day.
That-
Maybe
Oh,
your
come-
computer's
I
just
hate
doing-
that shit.
I sent
dude.
you a link, Tom. You can come on if you.
It's gonna be
not-
a lot of
yeah.
rage.
Yeah, we're about to wrap up here in 12 minutes. This is gonna be an early show tonight.
Are we
Hey,
gonna
I
get
mean, there's
Tom,
not
or
much
are we gonna
going on.
get-
It's a quiet week.
Yeah. Quiet
Dr.
week.
Dr. Touchdown for 10. Big Ben back to bungle the boast season. Bargained with Beelzebub to buy a bowl.
Beelzebub put a bird
I totally
inside
botched
for
that.
me,
I botulismly
me,
botched that
for
big
me.
bad Bridget. The Rammers line, The Miz is a WWE champion in 2021. Only if Edge were WWE champion now. We know that's coming.
Yeah.
Just wait for the
I don't
writing
see
to
any
come around.
Tom.
And
I don't see any
speaking of,
Tom. He's re-recording
Miz.
his videos. Mm-hmm.
that sucks. Uncultured Barbarian for 5. The Miz as champ. WWE fans, prepare yourselves for Tag Bowl!
Oh, sorry.
We really need
God.
to practice that
Yeah.
because we have no sync whatsoever.
Yeah,
No,
I
we're
see the
terrible.
Shy Turtle is coming into the chat. Oh shit.
Oh, dear.
All right.
Well,
Stormus Enormous says, "Have any of you tried an Oculus? How is the porn on an Oculus?"
I have not experienced the porn. I was
Oh.
just there once, but that was about it.
Have you ever tried VR?
Yeah, once, but that
Oh.
was like a bit
The
ago.
thing with that is I have such ADHD. I start looking around in the background. like, I'm like,
a penguin's
huh,
down.
what is
Damn
that
it.
a picture of in the background? And then by the time that happens, I'm just like, oh, I guess I should finish up. And then I do. And now we've lost our mods.
Hey, nothing wrong with
Very
that.
So Tom is not coming.
I don't blame him, man.
He's
That
he's
sucks.
being a little bitch.
Man.
And I think what we should do is just talk shit
Jason
about Tom.
Zucker's down. Great.
Oh no. Ethan Goldstein, thoughts on WWE? I guess the thing with WWE is I understand that it is entertainment, but the outcome is kind of Why would you watch the WWE if UFC exists and you know it's not fake?
It's about
entertainment.
showmanship.
I get it. It's a soap opera. It's
sports entertainment. Yeah.
Yes, it's sports entertainment. But I have a lot of respect for the guys that do WWE because they get slapped in the face and it hurts them.
Well, I mean, the stuff going off the turnbuckle and all of those heavy moves, like that's not fake. You can't fake that shit.
Yeah, like if someone's gonna jump from a 5-foot ledge 10 feet across and land on a human, they have to land just right, you know. I mean, there's that part of it that I appreciate, the athleticism in order to pull off those moves without seriously hurting yourself. But it's just, wrestling isn't my cup of tea anymore. It's not, I mean, obviously since, you know, the 90s when we were kids, when the Attitude Era, they had competition.
The British Bulldogs.
The British Bulldog, the Big Boss Man.
The Bushwhackers. I like those guys.
Those were a little past before my time. I was a fan of Chris Benoit before he went
off the rails.
Yeah. Before the
Goldberg.
I like the Hart brothers. Bret the Hitman Hart. Ted DiBiase.
Mm-hmm. I always liked the taller guys. I liked Undertaker. I liked Kane. You know, the whole, the throw him in the coffin, the choke slam, the tombstone.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My brother was a big fan of The Rock.
Goldberg was pretty enviable. He's just a big
beast.
dude. Yeah. Seba Fiend.
Apparently Goldberg's back in WWE now or something.
Seba Fiend. What is he doing?
I have no idea what he's doing in WWE.
I don't know. Like that's all I hear.
Hasn't he fucked up his back to the point where he almost can't do the jackhammer
that
anymore?
ended his career. Yeah.
I mean, shit. When he was in WCW, still, I watched him pick up, Paul White, the Giant.
Yeah, and jackhammer.
He held him up for about 5 seconds and then jackhammered him. And seriously, it's because not only did he get him airborne and upright.
Tree, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. I really
checking
don't.
his fingernail. Probably cracked it.
Playing with your finger. He's like, I don't remember what ass I stuck this up.
Yeah, it's like, have my fingers, have they finged as of late? I don't know.
Is that me or somebody else?
And something I've done on this broadcast.
What does it smell like?
You.
It smells a bit like camembert cheese. A little bit of
little Permanente Brothers.
Yeah. And maybe some Capricola.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. Seba Fiend. Will the Royals be any good this year? Is it a 14 to 15 style run possible in the next 5 years? Now, the Royals don't have the pitching that they used to. They don't have the depth. They don't have the surprise. Zach Greinke was a Royal.
Yeah, but he didn't win as a Royal. I mean, they have a couple decent pieces in Singer and Bubic, but it's going to take a little bit.
Bubic. That is a name right there. Always love to see some Bubic out there on the mound.
Oh, yeah. Lots of Bubic. Get out the way. Get out the way, Boot. Get out the way. Okay, sorry.
Throw that fastball.
Doctor, you read the last
Doctor Touchdown. Tree absolute super bro move to put Shannon in your ESPN vid. Love you and his content. Heart you too FBV. I think he's talking about the hockey guy. So
yeah. Oh, Shan Boomstick.
Yep. I think that's what he's talking about. When you think authenticity, you think that dude, man.
We tried to get on this show.
Hey, he's got his own thing, man.
Yeah. I don't like
He doesn't really hang with any of the guys. I mean,
no, he's on his own.
He's his own dude.
He hides in his own Twitter repository of Super Friends, which I'm a part of, and
he's got Super Friends.
Well, it's just because he added me as a mod on his shit one time. It was also when he was
on the show.
Well, if Tommy's got to do a job, he's got to do a job. Maybe Tom is putting together the bidet I sent him.
Ooh.
Oh, you sent Tom a bidet?
I sent him a bidet attachment for his toilet. I said, "Welcome to America, bitch."
Oh, nice.
You found his address too, you bastard.
End of the bidet, is it Mitch Trubisky's sculpted face? Just
No, on the end of the
Spraying water
bidet,
on
it's on the end of the
Yeah.
bidet, it's the NFL referee
McCaskey.
head going.
It's Virginia McCaskey. No, it's Virginia McCaskey.
Virginia
just
McCaskey's taint.
kissing his butt. Or it's Aaron Rodgers. It's like
Kissing
now you
his
can have Aaron
sphincter.
Rodgers kiss your ass. Jared Brassell, turtle invasion. Kirsten, you do realize this is like a locker room, okay? Like we are as toxic and as terrible as we look. I mean, look at us. I'm wearing a Rangers jersey.
Yeah,
course
I'm wearing
asshole.
some fucking Pittsburgh Yins.
Yeah,
I'm wearing
Yinzer,
a red shirt
Yinzer shirt.
with a pattern on it.
Mhm.
Hey, it's the
I'm
most
not gonna go as
fashionable
low as
sense
wear a
that the
white
rest of us
beater.
have.
Yeah. Mackay Wilson, Illinois rep, wants to ban violent video games. What the fuck?
Oh, apparently they want to ban GTA because there's been an increase in carjackings.
Oh, wake
does
up.
that
That's
have
not
to do-
even related
what
to
does that-
GTA.
Christ, the reason that carjackings are going on, fucking hell. You know, the reason that carjackings
Now-
are going on is because scrap steel went through the roof at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Mhm.
Same
And that's
reason why
actually no
people-
shit.
So they're stealing the cars just to scrap them?
For the
Maybe.
most
The
part.
only redeemable value is to chop
Well,
shop
look at
them, is to
look at
melt
the
them?
cars they've been stealing. They're not exactly, you know, like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and shit.
True.
Just
They're
like-
buying a lot of shit that's just got a lump of fucking cast iron in it.
Mhm.
And steel
all the
scrap
stuff.
prices in January went through the roof because China went through a pissing match with Australia over iron ore imports.
Yeah.
You know, China and Australia are still going through that trade war because China keeps trying to buy up all their land.
China's pissed at, or Australia's pissed at China.
They're having
They
a dick fight. That's all they're having.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, China's having a dick fight with everybody at this point.
Yeah.
Well, give it about 5 months and they'll pave over because they'll forget why they got so mad in the first place. And they'll realize that, oh, we can't import good iron ore from Australia. We have to dig out that crappy dirt looking shit that we have.
Yeah, dirt shit. Yo, you know Eli. Tree should do a vid on Vince. He's legendary lolcow, also legacy of failure for college teams.
Or Texas
It's hard to
A&M
cover-
apparently is a big
hard-
like failure, but those are like hundreds of years.
Hard to cover college teams because
Texas A&M is a
you might get
failure,
a
I believe. If anyone's going to make that video, it's a gentleman we both know tree.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what I
that
think.
had-
Dude,
that one set, what, a 90-page document, I think, that
Yes.
had every
Yes.
failure in it.
the
Like, I was
Texas
like, this is-
A&M Aggie Manifesto.
Yes. It was more unhinged than Ted Kaczynski himself. Like,
Pretty
it was
much.
just-
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is
Hmm.
pretty sad and desperate right here. But
90 pages, but
you
hey,
know, did someone say tradition? I don't know. And 60
know.
cents a dollar.
Tradition.
He sent me a message the other day. I didn't have time to respond to it. But
Mhm.
anyways, we're at the end of the show.
and the Rammers line. So opening day, media day, when?
Oh, when did that say? Oh, I didn't read that.
Yeah, it had to
When
expand.
I skipped it.
And also 60 for a buck.
Yeah,
But
60
opening
cents
day,
a
media
dollar.
day. When should we do that? I know you were talking about it for a bit.
We don't need to insult the Wolverines, Kristen. They do that all on their own. Oh my god.
Yep.
Wow.
The most expensive lolcow in the NCAA is the Michigan Wolverine Sports Program.
Yep. But it's okay. Ohio State sucks too.
Well, Ohio
Well-
State at least wins something every now and again.
They win every now and
Yeah,
again, but Michigan, like,
They get to the playoff and get blown out.
Michigan only exists to be a carpet for Ohio sports teams.
you
And
know,
maybe
the,
Michigan State or maybe a random 1AA team every once in a while.
the first reason that Michigan Wolverines sports boosters and all that exist is to be a tax write-off for the people who have the money behind the city of Detroit.
Mhm.
The second reason they exist is to be a doormat for Ohio State. I mean, shit, how much money didn't they say that the Michigan boosters had to pay off the rest of Rich Rodriguez's contract in order for them to hire Harbaugh?
Jimmy Harbaugh, yeah. Rich
Yeah, because
fraud.
the state of Michigan wasn't going to front both of them,
Michigan can play basketball though. That's right. They just can't
depending
play
on the year.
football. Yeah. Good old Rich fraud. Remember Lloyd Carr? Oh wait. Okay. Lloyd Carr was actually decent. I don't understand why he. Well, I think he was done.
I mean, I know the
Anyway.
big house is in Ann Arbor, but the point is that the big donors are from Detroit.
Yeah. They kind of
You
run
know,
the show.
Like
there.
all the people who
Probably
are in
alum.
board and executive positions at GM, Ford,
Yes.
Chrysler. You know.
Mhm.
Oh.
I think we've made it to the show. This is an
Hey.
easy evening. Mm-hmm.
Hour and a half.
It's not football season anymore, man.
No, but there was stuff to talk about, like
Yep.
Big Ben coming back.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell me.
Let's end the stream with how many wins do you think the All right. Well, I'll read this one. World Wide Web Wizard says, please do a video on the Huskers, you tree. That's respectable.
That's
The
fine.
Cornhuskers kind of suck.
Cornhuskers were really good. Now they suck.
Scott Frost still
Never.
employed.
Yeah, I think he is. Like they
Proud
thought he was going to be.
tradition.
They haven't been the same since they hired Bill Callahan.
Congratulations,
Pelini.
Nebraska.
Where?
You have a. Go ahead.
Oh no, Bo Pelini was worse than Callahan.
Well,
And,
Callahan was
like-
first, then Bo Pelini came.
Yeah, but at least Pelini would eke out 8 wins and then cuss his team out on audio.
The
And
pride
then,
of Pitt,
mhm.
Athletics, Scott Peterson. You can thank him for that shit.
Yep.
Then they
I just
brought
don't
him back.
understand how Frost won at UCF and his dog shit at his alma mater. Like, what happened to Nebraska football? Nebraska used to dominate.
Well,
It's
it's the
weird.
same reason why a team like Florida State's playing like shit right now. Miami fell
Miami.
apart.
Miami got good there when Coker came.
Yeah, but now they're not
and
really
they
anymore.
were paying off
unfortunately.
all the players. That's what you got to do. You got to have get that
SMU.
slush fund going. Yep,
Baylor.
got to get that slush fund. All right, Tree. Any final thoughts?
No, sir. Hoping for another vid in the next couple days, but that's really about it.
Yeah, I got some vids to get out. This is a slow time.
I mean, hey, it's when you can get your long-term shit out of the way. It gets the stuff that's not really in the pipeline, but you want to get to. That's a great time for this. And I've been getting
All
a few of them out of the way. So you know what?
Don't forget Tarot on Thursday with
at 7
Dodge.
o'clock with Dodge.
Hopefully, my office will be renovated by then.
We will not be able to see it. We'll have to wait till next week.
Yeah,
Cliffhanger.
I'll have to show you the soundproofing and all that stuff. It's gonna be a real bitch to do it, but gotta
You
do
got
it.
some double-sided tape or rubber cement?
Oh, for the soundproofing?
Yeah.
Oh, what I'm doing? No. So I'm putting these on the wall, 1x3s, and then adding the drywall over it, so it creates like an air chamber that the sound gets trapped in.
Nice.
Should work, but
Should
know,
work.
hopefully
Hopefully it
it's
does.
all-
Fingers crossed.
it's all
Fingers
good.
crossed.
Yes, fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
fingers crossed. I'm
Uh-huh.
in behind my, I think, fingers crossed.
Shocker activated.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. That's why
All right.
we're a locker room, baby. That's why we have no women in this chat.
Hiei, our guest that actually showed up. Watch Tom try to get in right now. No, Tom's
He has to refilm everything, dude.
filming all it because his SD card. My SD card didn't work. No, I'm just kidding. Tom's a great guy, except for
Yeah.
him and his whole Tommyism. Hiei, any final thoughts here?
Well, we'll have to see if Tommyism can transition into baseball season that's coming around.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I can't wait.
hockey season's on right now. And I really
Yeah.
hope that
NBA too. I've been, the Knicks
you
are
know,
good.
if we
So go ahead.
can get some good collective folks out in the New York State area that can help our communist czar get out of the world of just simply football and into more sports, I think the world will be better for it, and the communist regime known as Tommyism will open them
Yeah, but
borders
that's his
and
thing.
tear down this wall.
Well, he'll call it the Great Leap Forward. That's what he's going to call it.
It's amazing how many fans are only fans of that one sport. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I can respect it. I can respect.
I don't
it.
blame him.
Mhm. And this will end the show here. Abby Meteora,
Meteora.
best wishes sent Tiger Woods' way. Hopefully he pulls through and makes the full recovery. Yes, he'll be walking again soon, hopefully. And Andy Ruggles, honest thoughts on the Wentz trade. I liked it for the Eagles. They got out of a bad situation.
I think it's an
honestly.
interesting trade for Indianapolis. They can just cut
Yeah.
ties if it doesn't work out in a year.
If Frank Reich can turn him around, that's going to be
Oh, yeah. You have him for the next
That's
And-
Alex Smith come back in the Player of the Year territory.
And
right
if he
there.
can't, then Wentz was a bum the whole time. Like that. So you're gonna get narratives there. But we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. All right. Thank you guys, everyone, for showing up. Hopefully, if it works out, we'll have some highlights tomorrow. of the show where we get demonetized over and
Instant
over again.
demonetization.
Instant.
Maybe
But
before
Guy
lucky, we'll
Wilson,
get
you're
like
on the clock,
56.
buddy.
Yep. Yeah. I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to the end of the stream. Thank you.
Peace.
Thanks all the mods. See
Good
ya.
night from
Peace
America.
out, yo.
All right. And there's